The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Good evening and welcome to TV1 News. The Mendi Munihu District Development Authority has announced it will no longer provide school fee assistance to tertiary students in 2025. Local MP Rafael Tonpi says the district is prioritizing education infrastructure, having already built 16 primary schools and 7 high schools. He urged parents to take responsibility, noting that tertiary support could consume 50% of DSIP funds. Tonpi criticized the behavior of parents who spend on customary obligations and gambling instead of education, calling for better financial planning. He stressed that free education is provided up to grade 12 and parents must now prepare for their children's higher education. 22 Gordon's SDA church members who attended a 2-week training from the SME Corporation graduated on the 21st of February, happy and satisfied. Joanna Pile with this report.
Senior pastor of the SDA Church, Pastor Gamu Tigara, said SME Corporation was asked to run its training with the aim to contribute to the church's and families' financial education needs. He said the church would like to see more of its church members attend such trainings and engage in income-earning activities so they earn a daily income to meet their basic daily needs. Pastor Digara quoted the Gospel of Matthew 25:17-20, emphasizing the potential each one has to create and multiply what's given to them.
Whether to have the right attitude, that's going to depend on us. Everything that's been given to us, we are given the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as to how we can go ahead and do some small businesses.
Rachel Stegg, a participant in the training program, expressed how useful the training was to her and thanked the trainers who delivered the training in a simplified manner, where even semi-illiterate participants understood what was delivered.
So me like walking highlights from Mipla, few things that Mipla line in. Especially Mipla line in was we got different types of businesses. On that note, Mipla also introduced him all types of business groups. Mipla one time CEO, directors.
Pastor Digara also thanked the facilitators, the trainers, and others who had come to witness the graduation and requested a second batch of training to be conducted later for his church members who had missed out.
Again, we would like to thank you for church allowing the vicinity, the church area as well, taking this training and we go on. And on behalf of the church, we like to thank you everyone that participated, especially the 22 ones where you may come inside, and all the leaders where you may respective all departments, government or Narapla areas where you come in, helping me plan, like NDB and Mama Bank and USAT, IPA and NISIT. All right, so thank you very much for your time.
Joanna Pile, TV1 News.
A state-of-the-art 12.5 million kina education resource center in Eastern Highlands Province is on track for completion by mid-2025. The three-story facility, funded by the provincial government, is expected to transform education service delivery in the province. Last week, Eastern Highlands Provincial Education Director Wesley Albert led a team of senior education officers on their first visit to the construction site. The team, which included key officers from various divisions, commended the project and praised the provincial government for the landmark development.
Thank you, Lord. Support the governor you give him law schools, Lord. Education is important.
Once completed, the complex will house all key education divisions, including school inspectors, salaries, appointments, TVET, elementary education, and district education managers. It will also feature an e-library, e-learning facilities, a provincial phone office, an internet cafe, ATMs, a cafeteria, and rental office spaces for SMEs, contributing to the province's internal revenue. Albert thanked former Governor Peter Numu for initiating the project and acknowledged the continued support from current Governor Simon Sear, as well as Provincial Administrator Alan Loss and his administration.
As soon as I'm open, as soon as I'm complete now, and Governor will continue to make a big how much for this one. Money must bring, money for value, money must bring a result. You know, can money go nothing now? You put on substandard work now. Working must quality work where beginning for Eastern Highlands, but only can teach them several of them and can sustain for many years to come.
With modern facilities and advanced electronic systems, the building is expected to set a new standard for education infrastructure in Papua New Guinea. Tusbab Secondary School in Medang Province had served as a storage hub for 2025 school supplies for the province, helping to store all supplies in its school hall when they arrived in October last year. With the start of the school year, Tusbab Secondary now needs to use its Marape Hall and is calling on schools in the province to come claim their supplies. Many schools within the province have already picked up their allocated supplies, with only a few remaining.
Tusbab Secondary School Deputy Principal Administration Michael Camillus Cavagu is calling on respective schools who have yet to collect their supplies to come and collect, as the school needs the hall for its activities. The supplies, mostly stationeries and teaching and learning materials, were kept at Tusbab due to its central location, giving time to schools in remote areas to pick them up at their convenience. Out of the 6 districts, Mr. Cavagu states that 4 have already collected theirs and only Middle Ramu and Raikos districts are yet to collect theirs.
I'm appealing to the authorities, education managers for those 2 districts, to liaise with the contractor, try to move the materials from the hall as soon as possible because classes have started already.
Tusbab Secondary School is currently facing issues with transfer-ins, whilst parents are waiting anxiously for the selection committee's final list. According to the town mayor Peter Yalsi, the government has imposed on schools its policy to leave no child behind, and that is exactly what they are trying to do to cater for all students. Tusbab Secondary is the only school within town precinct, and the pressure to meet demands within the policy remains a priority. Mr. Yalsi is adamant that these students must be catered for so that they do not wander aimlessly, creating social problems and law and order issues.
Wabla looks away and need law people papa mama education priority must give him no picking so that all picking must get in this chance law go to school na go and tablo big school.
Tusbab has recently catered for 2 additional grade 9 classrooms and now are dealing with grade 11s at the moment. The call to the government is to look into building more classrooms for Tusbab and also upgrade primary schools to junior high schools to solve this issue. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
The Certified Practicing Accountants PNG recognizes the International Training Institute as an institution that will produce accountants of international standard. CPA Representative John Varay provided this positive remark during the launch of ITI's first degree program in the field of accounting and finance.
With ITI set to roll out its first bachelor's degree in accounting and finance next year, the institution has already gained the trust and confidence of the professional organization for accountants in PNG. CPA PNG's Manager for Continued Professional Development Trainings and Branding, John Varay, in applauding ITI for the inclusion of degree programs, said the program is in line with global accounting education standards.
This is a testament to the program's quality and its alignment with global accounting education standards. CPA PNG has been admitted to International Federation of Accountants. That's a global body based in New York. They set standards for the global accounting fraternity to adopt.
Varay further spoke of Executive Director for CPA PNG, Yuak Tao's reaction to ITI's inclusion of a degree program.
Mr. Yuak Tao, our Executive Director, was extremely pleased to see that the program not only met but exceeded the standards set by International Federation of Accountants Education Standard Board.
Varay also lamented on how the formal school system leaves thousands of students out every year. Over 70,000 students graduate from high schools in PNG, and only 12% of these students secure space in tertiary institutions. He applauded private institutions like ITI, who provide a second chance for students to access higher education.
This is where private institutions like ITI have been exceptional in addressing this gap and making a substantial contribution to nation building.
Jasmine Irajak, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in Milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in Milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home. With an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Top Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, Say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
The stage is set. The stadium is rocking. It is go time. The entertainers are back. Rugby league at its absolute best.
Welcome back. In regional news, the Reserve Bank's leaders have faced up to a grilling in Parliament on Friday, admitting they took too long to raise interest rates. Following Tuesday's rate cut, the first since November 2020, MPs were asking whether there's a strong case for more.
The RBA governor gets it.
I know interest rates hurt people who have mortgages, but inflation hurts absolutely everyone.
After delivering the first interest rate reduction in 4 years.
It was welcome, but it's a drop in the ocean.
No hints on when further relief is coming.
We're not pre-committed. We're going to be data-driven on this.
You know, I do welcome the fact, I do welcome the Governor's candour and frankness.
The market expects 2 more cuts this year and 1 next year, but Ms Bullock is tapping the brakes.
It is not our forecast for the interest rate. It is not forward guidance. It is not saying that this is going to be the future policy path.
One concession. The bank waited too long to lift rates as inflation took off in 2022 and doesn't want to be late this time.
We didn't respond as quickly as we should have. If we're going to start reducing interest rates, then we need to be thinking of doing it not when we are already back in the band, but as we start to get more confidence.
They are still concerned that the labour market is still too hot. I think the fact that wages growth has slowed down despite very low unemployment, it tells us the labour market is probably not too hot.
The central bank balancing between trying to guide the public and plan for President Trump's trade policies.
I think it's really, really important. We could be wrong. People recognise that we're trying to be more honest and clear with people, and we're going to be more open about that uncertainty. Sorry, but that's life.
The Reserve Bank wants to see its preferred measure of inflation down to 2.5% annually. It's currently at 3.2%, so don't expect any further interest rate cuts anytime soon.
Canberra is widely considered the most renter-friendly city, but amid constant legislative changes in favour of tenants, that title may be coming at a cost to landlords.
University student Jess Preston applied for dozens of rentals before securing this one.
Someone took a chance on me.
The hunt for a home was exhausting, but Jess felt some relief knowing her 2 cats played no part in an application's success.
I cannot live without my babies. They help my mental health, they're good for my physical health.
In Canberra, landlords can't prohibit pets without approval from the Civil and Administrative Tribunal. It's one of a raft of laws that make the nation's capital the country's most renter-friendly jurisdiction. There's also strict limits on rent increases, minimum energy efficiency standards, and a ban on no-cause evictions.
For tenants elsewhere in Australia, we've heard a lot about this sense of anxiety or dread around potential eviction, around a potential rent increase, and not having to have that looming over you, that constant threat. It actually makes a day-to-day difference.
With each new law, the chorus of critics gets louder. Their fear, a drop in investment and an exodus of landlords. Phil Andrews sold his investment property 2 years ago.
The environment became one where it was no longer viable to invest in it.
Chris Wilson has been selling homes in Canberra for 3 decades. He says landlords are looking to sell like never before.
I'd probably get 2 to 3 a week wanting appraisals done on their home with a view to selling it.
The long-time Labor government in the ACT is unapologetic about its pro-tenant strategy. And with vacancy rates in the capital high, supply strong and rental price growth stable, the loss of landlords isn't a concern. But that's not to say it wouldn't be elsewhere.
I think it's really horses for courses. There's a lot of areas around the country where vacancy rates are extremely tight. And I think it's those sort of areas where if we did see a real investor pullback, where we could see vacancies become even tighter.
A good example for some, but a warning for others.
Canberra private school Brindabella Christian College is in danger of being declared insolvent, with the Australian Taxation Office chasing an $8 million debt through the courts, and the ACT government considers regulatory action. It's left students and their families and staff facing an uncertain future amid calls for the territory and federal governments to offer more support.
From the acquisition of a state-of-the-art robot to bus advertising, Brindabella Christian College has long spruiked its educational merits. But questions about the school's governance and finances have prompted the ACT government to consider regulatory action.
Brindabella Christian College have 14 days to respond to my show cause notice. That will be considered by me. I'll have legal advice and will be considered by the Registration Standards Advisory Board. Once I've received that response, then I can consider what further action I might take.
The possible forms of action are unclear, though the Minister says she won't cancel the school's registration for now. The Territory Government isn't alone in its scrutiny. Federal court documents reveal the Australian Tax Office is looking to collect an $8 million debt served last month, alleging the defendant failed to pay the amount of the debt demanded within 21 days after the demand was served. With a court date looming, the Union for the School's teachers, who've long-standing concerns about late superannuation payments, says staff have been left in a precarious position.
They're certainly committed, but it's shocking, I think, to say the amount of money allegedly owed by the school to the ATO, but the school has clearly had financial difficulties for some time.
The school has been contacted for comment. Meanwhile, a group of current and former parents and staff calling themselves Reform BCC say the community demands transparency, accountability and action to keep the school open. But no parents would go on camera because of the terms of the school's enrolment agreement and what it might mean for their children's future at the school.
This really does bring up some big questions about a regulatory environment that allows a school to get to this point.
I've asked the Education Directorate to set up a hotline so that concerned members of the Brindabella Christian College community can get in touch and we can provide them with any updates as they arise.
A hearing for the federal court case is scheduled for next month.
And that ends our news segment. Sport is up next. Join me after these short messages.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time cooking chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, da mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Tune in to Scope tomorrow night at 7 on Tvwan. In this episode, Fresh Produce Training Center, a game changer for farmer. The successful breeding of the country's national bird. And PNG eyes another challenge in Palau. Watch these stories on Scope tomorrow night at 7 on Tvwan.
forget about her family. Even her husband will not trust her anymore.
I'm just waiting for a time when I too can show you my hospitality.
Wow, that's so exciting, Meet.
Please get away from here. If you don't help me, that Shanti will get married to her and ruin her whole life.
Because of you, I lost millions, no billions. So you will have to pay with your life.
Thanks for staying with us. The third edition of the annual Hottest Sevens Corporate Slow Pitch Tournament returns to the Bissini Diamonds this weekend with 14 teams registered. The tournament will run parallel to the regular Port Moresby Women's Softball over the next 3. One notable conclusion to this year is the St. John's team. They have fielded a team and will also set up their tent at the Diamonds during the duration of the tournament, providing first aid support. 14 corporate teams have registered and are being divided into 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. Pool A include Newmont, Newcomers, St. John's and Post PNG, among others. 7 teams are pooled into Pool B and include PNG Power, Digicel and Maybank. The games are open to any sports enthusiasts and not just softball fanatics. The West Tigers' 30 points to 18 win over the Eels during the preseason match has been soured, with reports veteran centre Brent Naden suffering a dislocated kneecap on a night a couple of the club's key signings stole the show. Naden is off contract at the end of the year but has impressed club officials after a turbulent 2024 where he seemed destined to be squeezed out.
Nathan produced an incredible chase down in the All-Stars game last week, but now in doubt for the start of the season after he was caught awkwardly in a tackle that saw his left leg bend in ways it shouldn't. A stretcher was brought out, but Nathan limped off like an oval with the help of 2 trainers and headed straight out the tunnel. He had looked good in the first half and scored off an Adam Dewey grubber as the team traded tries. It was a lot to like from the Tigers, with Dewey combining beautifully with Lockie Galvin, who looks set to have a monstrous second season in the NRL.
Minutes to go in this first half.
Dewey started the game at half and was involved in everything as he nailed a 40-20 kick for a try and backed up a Galvin break to set up Gerald Skelton just before halftime. He shifted left centre when Nathan came off and would likely start the season there, while for the Eels, Zach Gomez was kept quiet in his first game at right centre, but did put on a big shot on Galvin. The Tigers have been desperately searching for an enforcer up front, and they've finally found their man with Terrell May, showing why he should be one of the buys of the year. Plenty of people were stunned that the Roosters let the Tigers prop forward go, and he has not slowed down at all, with May getting through a mountain of work on Friday night. He led away with 18 runs for 130 metres to go with 24 tackles and looked set to step up as the main man up front, with reports of veteran David Clemmer could be leaving. Fellow recruit Jack Bird scored a soft try in the first half, while speedster Josh Adoka came on for the final 20 minutes for the Eels. Life after Clint Gatherson may not be as bleak as first predicted after Isaiah Longy produced a moment of magic that will have Eel fans praying that he's the main man to fill the gaping hole at the back. Only set up a try with a brilliant cut-out pass late in the first half, having sliced through 3 would-be defenders to score a slashing solid try to open the scoring of the scrum. His path in first grade at Penrith was blocked thanks to Dylan Edwards, but his future looks bright if he can link up with Parramatta's elite halves. Terrell May will be in Laurie Daly's extended squad for the Origin opener on the back of his brilliant start to the season. The Leichhardt faithful are some of the best fans in the world. While it wasn't a sellout, 4,812 people braved the rain and expensive tickets to watch their team in a trial after 3 years of hell. They deserve something better in 2025 and should get it with Tvwan to provide the polish the team needs. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Now the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby cloudy with evening rain showers and drizzles. Daru cloudy with few showers and drizzles. Umase, Ley becoming cloudy with evening rain showers and drizzles. Banimo mostly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Rabaul and Kokopo becoming cloudy by evening with rain drizzles. Buka partly cloudy evening. Islands, Mount Hagen cloudy with rain showers and drizzles and thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg overcast with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Have a pleasant evening. Bye.